Outrage erupts around the world over the killing of Africa's famous lion, Cecil. The American dentist who shot him is now wanted by the police, and he says he deeply regrets the act. Researchers say Cecil's cubs are likely to be killed by another male lion in order to establish authority. Now joining us from Wangi, Zimbabwe is Johnny Rodrigues. He's the chairman of Zimbabwe Conservation Task Force. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure. Good evening.
The two local men who helped Dr. Palmer hunt Cecil are facing charges. Were they legal guides? Was this a legal hunt? And could Walter Palmer be charged and be brought back to Zimbabwe?
Yes, I mean, a crime has been committed, and the landowner, the professional hunter who was supposed to be ethical, is being charged. They went to court. They got $1,000 bail money. They appear on the 5th in court to be judged. And I believe that Mr. Palmer, who was part of the team, should also be charged because he fired the shot that didn't kill the lion until they shot it.
We have seen so many pictures and video of Cecil alive. We're looking at it right now. How is it possible that these men did not realize that this was a protected, tracked, and well-known lion? And how could this happen?
Well, it's a trend that's been happening over the years, which we've been complaining about, because all the safari areas where they're supposed to hunt, there's no lions. So the only lions they've got is in the park. So they go there and they lure the lions out of the park and then shoot them because they claim it's in a safari park, and it's not.
Well, we're hearing that the lion population is dwindling. Cecil isn't the only one. How big is trophy hunting there? How many lions are killed for sport on a daily basis? How big of an industry is this?
The industry is very big. The issue here is that Cecil didn't die just as an animal. I think this is the legend that's going to change a lot of things around the world for the wildlife, for the elephants, for all these animals that are becoming endangered. Something has to happen where everybody has to come together and work together to try and save these animals for the future generation.
You are there in Zimbabwe. Is the global outrage being felt there where you are? And you mentioned that you think we could see some laws changed or a ban on trophy hunting. Why isn't it banned already?
Well, you know, we've managed to put a ban in America where no trophies to be allowed from Zimbabwe, but now we see there's still like a double standards going on. So we want to see how the course of the law, the arm of the law is going to work and what the justice system is going to do. Because our house is not in order, I agree, but we have to put it in order and try and get the tourists to come here. We don't want the hunters, we want tourism, because it will create more employment and the money goes to where it's wanted by the people that live around the surrounding the wildlife areas. That's very important. Otherwise, we have got a problem. And this is going to explode in our faces one of these days.
What will happen to tourism there now with Cecil gone? Are you concerned about the effect of this?
You know, we've lost a lot of, we've gone backwards a bit, but I believe with the right marketing and the right pricing and make it reasonable for everybody to come, and we make sure that the right people are in place, ethical, with principles to take the people around and guarantee them a very good time in Zimbabwe. I believe that we will be able to attract these people to come back, come and see the beautiful thing, because what is happening is because of lack of tourists, the hunters are having their own way, and we have to stop this.
Johnny, two last questions for you. Is it true that more lions are bred for trophy hunting than exist naturally in the wild? And if that's true, is this instance with Cecil going to cause them to rethink that business? And lastly, what will happen next with Cecil's pride?
Well, what's going to happen, that's the tragedy about this whole thing. Cecil was the icon people remember him. There's so many people, thousands of people that have actually seen him. Shooting him, it's a one-off, which is 50,000. It only goes to the landowner and to the operator. The money that the national parks, the authorities make out of this is the permit fees and the licenses and the fee for shooting in Zimbabwe. I mean, it's minute. And if you change it and we get the tourists come in, each animal is worth more than $1 million in its lifetime, because more and more tourists you attract, the more money it will generate, and the less we have to go into start using hunters, because the excuses they've got is that we've got overpopulation, it's out of control, but we haven't got an audit of what animals have we got in Zimbabwe. It's just total chaos.
And Cecil did leave behind some cubs. What will happen with them?
The baby cubs, that's the tragedy I didn't explain, is that the next male cub lion that comes along is going to kill all those cubs and bring the females on heat so that they can actually produce their own bloodline of lions. So, you know, we can't interfere, because as it is, we've got a problem with too many registered lion breeders, and this is a trend here in Africa, because in South Africa they've already got 200 game farms where they breed these lions. They've got 7,000. Now, to satisfy the market, it's more than satisfied, but they just keep on breeding, and when these lions are offered to the hunters, these animals are drugged. They don't know anything. They've been used to the human. They've lost all their instincts, and it's so easy. I mean, a hunter can come off a plane, get his rifle or his bow or crossbow, shoot an animal, and be out of there in a day. And, you know, we lose out in the long term. We want tourists to come and see, so that it creates employment and empowers the people to actually see the benefits of actually being the guardians of the wildlife, because we are stealing from our future generation.
Johnny Rodrigues, Zimbabwe Conservation Task Force, thank you so much for talking with us.
It's a pleasure.